Coach, a lot of times first practice after spring break can be a little sluggish, but they look like they had pretty good energy today.
I thought they did. We there may have been a couple mistakes just from the layoff, but the energy was good, and I thought they tried to be physical. I think we had a good session with weights yesterday, and they were able to kind of get back in the swing of things. And then I thought it was a good practice.
What are you looking at? Obviously, fans are looking at linebacker.
Right.
What are you looking at that position? What are you seeing so far?
I really like they're taking on Coach Summerall's personality a little bit and playing physical. I saw a couple of really physical plays that I haven't been seeing with them playing downhill against the run. Right there at the end of practice with Josh Clark, he made a really attacked the fullback and blew him up in the hole. So just there's some really good things going on right now. Obviously, it's still a lot to improve on, a long way to go, but you're seeing flashes.
Matt, before the break, you were talking about Scotty Phillips, Isaiah Woolard, and how they had flashed. What else did you see the week before the break started? And from those
more of the same. Been very, very. I was cautiously optimistic about them before they got here, but now, really, Scotty broke another long run here right at the end of practice. So really, really pleased with Coach Nix's room right now.
What about, could you speak specifically to Armani? What's his progress been like?
Armani had a hamstring, has been out a little bit. So today he did do a couple things today, made a couple plays. So really kind of the jury's still out. Isaiah and Scotty and, have done a good job. And I think that, they got to keep coming. They're still making some mistakes, but they got to keep coming. And Sweeney has been solid. Sweeney's been there and starter, but he knows what to do. So kind of know where he is. We just want to see some of these new guys and what they can do.
You said earlier that Armani's spring might dictate whether he stayed there or moved back to this. Still the case there?
Yeah, we're going to keep him at running back. He's done enough there that we're going to keep him there on the offense side of the ball for now.
Matt, with Dawson being out for the spring, Octavius Cooley has a chance to get more reps and everything. I am so sorry about that, guys. That's just great, right in the middle of my question. I'm trying to cut it off.
That never happened when you were playing, did it, Matt? You didn't have
man.
Just hit volume down, it'll go off.
It's Ben Garrett.
They'll be in hello.
He's difficult. He just messed our Matt Luke video up.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's all right. But anyway, Octavius Cooley. Opportunity to get more reps. What have you seen out of Octavius?
He's had a really, really. It looks like he's got his weight in check. He looks like he's in the best shape he's been in since he's been here. That's really helped him maybe be more consistent over not just one good play, but several good plays in a row by being in shape. So really pleased with that. And it's at several positions. We got a lot of guys injured right now and out, and it's giving some people some opportunities to step in there, and he's really taking advantage of it. So. It gives us more flexibility to maybe play some 12 personnel and do some different things with Dawson and Cooley in there at the same time. So it's exciting to see him play in the way he is right now.
You guys obviously have a lot of talent at wide receiver, but there's a chance a year from now, a number of those guys are gone.
That's right.
With the younger guys, what are you seeing out of them in spring?
Yeah, I think Braylon has had a really, really good spring. So he made a couple of really nice plays down the field today. So I think he's coming. DeMarcus is still coming off that knee, so he hadn't been full go yet. But he's a big, good-looking kid, and he'll fit right in to that unit. But he hasn't been able to go full yet, coming off that knee injury.
You're about halfway through spring practice. What do you want to see this week?
I just want to see us continue to build on physicality and be a physical football team and just keep building on that. I think it's always a balance. You want to be physical, but you don't want to get anybody hurt. So there's always that balance. But when we go and we start a practice with a red ball, we do inside run. I want to see those periods be physical. I want it to be fast. I want it to look like an SEC team. When it's time to go, I want them to go. I just want to keep building on that.
You generally seeing that when you ask of it?
I am. I've been pleased. I've been pleased with the energy and the guys flying around and trying to play physical. So that's been a big emphasis, and I think we're getting it.
You got some key D linemen out this spring. Is that helping some of the younger guys?
Again, so you brought up Cooley earlier. It's the same thing with Ross and Sincere, and those guys are getting so many more reps than they've ever gotten before, and it's getting them better. So I think it will just get us depth when Benito and Kadir and those guys come back. It will just make us better.
So what are some of the other positions that have impressed you so far, and where are some positions that need to still come along in the last few weeks?
I think I think linebacker has shown, flashes. I just want to see them be consistent in their fits, in their reads. I've been impressed with Cooley. I want to see some of the other. I want to see Gabe and Mathis and those guys come on. But the running backs, I think, have been maybe to me the so far halfway through have been maybe the best surprise for me is those two young running backs.
I know you're not getting to see him this spring right now, but where would you like to see Dawson improve next season?
Just, I think everybody knows he's a great athlete, but it was much the same as Evan. The reason that we're better when he's in there is because we can do multiple things. We can run the ball, we can run our powers and our counters and still throw it down the field. So just want to see him be a complete player, continue to mix it up in the box, be able to pass protect, be able to run block, and then obviously be able to stretch the field. So just to be a complete player would be the thing that
Was his blocking last year more about physicality or more about just learning it?
I think just doing it. I think he's plenty big enough. He's 255 pounds now, and when he was 215 pounds, that wasn't the case. But now that he's 255, he is physical enough to do it. And just getting in there and mixing it up. And a guy that plays quarterback in high school, making the move, you just got to go in there and do it some and get the experience.
How have you felt about the offensive linemen, the young ones?
Good. I thought they're really coming along. Ben Brown has had a really, really good spring. Looks like he belongs and is doing a great job. Royce Newman's also really stepped in there and done well. So those two guys have stood out. Bryce Matthews, because of the injuries to Givens and to Sean Rollins, has had to play a bunch of positions. And we've had a couple of walk-ons that step in. We have Eli out at center, so we've had Peyton Cox and Samuel Plash, a couple of walk-on guys have really stepped in there and done a good job at center.
Coach, I speak with Kermit Davis yesterday in the
Yep.
introduction. What do you think about his first day kind of on campus? And
I like the Mississippi Made thing. I really liked that. But it is good. I liked having all the family, and it was really cool for me to see him say, okay, well, my mom, my dad from Mississippi, my sister, my brother from Mississippi. So that was really cool to see that.
Matt, we're about to talk to Charles Clark. Just your impressions on the job he's done since he's been here.
Good. I think he relates well to the guys. He's a guy that played here and has a degree from here, so that's always cool for those guys to know, hey, this is a guy that wore the same jersey that I wore, and he's out there in his cleats coaching them up and running around and bringing some energy. So I think that's always a positive.
Thanks.
All right.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
guys.
All right.
I hope I didn't screw